Hey folks, it's William with All Solar Texas. If you have door-to-door salesmen coming to your door, you're going to want to watch this video. I'm going to talk you through all the things to look out for, any questions to ask, and to make sure that you get a fair deal and don't get taken advantage of. Stay tuned. Alright, but before we dive in, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to tap on that notification bell. Thank you so much for checking out our channel. It really does help us spread solar education across Texas, and we couldn't do it without your help. Lastly, please reach out to us. Give us a call, text message us, email us. We get back quickly and we can't wait to hear from you. Okay, so we see a significant problem in the solar industry right now, particularly here in Texas. I get calls from customers every single day of door-to-door salesmen coming to their door. They're incredibly aggressive, they're high pressure, they use these gimmicks and these tactics to really dupe customers into signing a contract for tens of thousands of dollars that they don't even know really what they're getting or if it will meet their energy goals and their energy needs. So here's a few inside tricks about the industry. First off, the people that are coming to your door. Who are these people and how much information do they actually know about solar? Well, by and large, you're looking at 20-year-olds or somewhere thereabouts that a company has paid to canvass an entire neighborhood. They'll send out vans filled with these young people, and their only goal is to go and knock on every single door in the neighborhood and just spread misinformation, trying to entice you to schedule an appointment with one of their solar sales reps. The problem is these people really don't understand about solar, that they're not educated on it. They don't have experience in the solar industry. They don't have experience with these products. What they're told is just a list of talking points, these little sales gimmicks. Not necessarily saying that the things that they share with you are all false or necessarily all true, but it's typically an overemphasis on the benefits of solar. In fact, what they'll do is they'll say things like, oh, solar is guaranteed to raise your home value, which that's not really the case. Or they'll say it's guaranteed to wipe out your bill so you'll never have to pay for energy or you'll never have to pay your utility ever again, which is also generally not true. These folks don't really have proper training. They're not really educated on the product. They're hired right out of school or they're hired right off the street, and they're told your entire job is to go out and to get sales appointments so that our other sales representatives can go out and actually pitch the customer. These are called setters. The entire goal of these setters is to canvass the neighborhood, to knock on as many doors as possible, and to get as many appointments set as possible for the company's sales reps. After which they know that these sales reps will come in aggressively, which is why they're constantly pushing for a quick timeline. If you get one of these door knockers, they're normally going to pressure you into setting an appointment right away, normally for that evening. And they'll come at all hours of the day, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. I get calls from customers all the time that are concerned because they're being hounded, they're being pressured. These people are going to their door even when they're not invited, and they're just trying to get right in front of that customer so that they can lock them down and pressure them into committing into some kind of appointment date. Then once the solar salesperson actually shows up to the door, they may seem like they have a little bit more information on the product, but what they're by and large really trained to do is to get you to sign a contract. And so they look for every opportunity possible, and they'll tell you a lot of information about solar. Some of these things are true, some of these things are not true. They'll overemphasize the benefits and completely downplay any of the additional costs or even any of the additional considerations that you may have. Their goal is just to get solar panels on your roof. It doesn't matter if those solar panels will produce enough electricity to offset your consumption. They don't really take a lot of time to learn about you and your family and your future plans for that home. All of these factors we take great pains to understand with our customers because we know this is a long-term investment. So the money that you're going to be spending is an investment for the long-term, the 10, 15, 20 plus years that you're going to be in your home. So it's incredibly important that these people understand the true cost of going solar for you, the specific customer, since every customer is going to be different. Solar is a great product and it does help thousands of homeowners save money, but it's not for everybody. If you are a retired couple on a fixed income and you're in your 60s and maybe you're planning on selling your home in 5 years and downsizing, solar's not going to be a great investment for you because you'll never get your money back. That return on investment is typically about 10 to 12 years here for solar in Texas, which means if you're going to be in that home any less than that, you're not going to see your money back, and it ends up being a bad investment. Also, they'll tell you that you're guaranteed to be able to sell your home for more and get all of your money back. Now, while that's true in some parts of Texas, it's not true in all parts of Texas. In some parts of Texas, I just got off the customer who lives in Lubbock. Solar is not very prevalent in Lubbock, and a lot of homeowners or prospective homeowners don't understand the value of solar, so they're not going to pay you the additional appraisal value of your home because the extra value is just not there for them in that particular market. Which is why it's very key that when you work with someone who's in the solar industry and you're considering going solar, that they really understand the current market that you're in, that they understand what the cost value is and what that additional benefit could be or not be for you as the homeowner. It's also very important that they understand all the rules and requirements in different aspects of your utility co-op and what types of solar programs that they offer. What is their buyback rate if they have one? Do they have net metering? If so, does that net metering allow you to roll your credits over month to month, or is it just in the one billing cycle? So you end up wasting a lot of that overproduction. Some co-ops won't really compensate you at all for your extra production, so you're essentially just working for the utility at that point, giving them free electricity that they're just going to turn around and sell to your neighbor at the retail price. Ultimately, there's a lot of nuances to each homeowner and whether or not solar is going to make sense for them financially and meet their goals and also meet their budget. Which is why us at All Solar Texas, we take so much time trying to collect as much information as possible. We spend more of our time just educating customers on whether or not solar is right for you or not. I've told many customers that have reached out to me that solar isn't a good deal for them and that they probably shouldn't invest in solar because they're either not going to see the benefits or they're not going to get their money back. It all depends on what their life circumstances are, where they're at in their life, what utility they're part of, whether or not it's a co-op or a municipality, and really what their energy goals are and whether or not we can, achieve the same thing with a cheaper option, such as energy efficiency, like insulating the attic with spray foam, or even replacing some windows with dual pane windows. There's a lot of other options out there that may be more affordable than solar, but solar still is a viable option for most customers. So it's really important that you ask the right questions when these folks come to your door. Ask them about net metering. Ask them if they've done any research on your utility, on your co-op, if they've done any research on additional incentives that are offered in your area. Don't just fall for the lies and the gimmicks that are out there. The industry here in Texas is going through what's going to be essentially a boom in solar. The problem is that you have really solid, reputable companies that really are committed to educating customers, such as our company, All Solar Texas. But you have a lot of bad actors as well. These big national brands that have millions and millions of dollars to pour into hiring people to canvass neighborhoods, and their entire goal is just to get solar on as many roofs as possible so that they can get in, make their money, get out, and they'll never return to Texas. Solar is a long-term investment, so you want to make sure that that company is going to be around for a while. You also want to make sure that when you pick up the phone and have a question, someone's going to be picking up that phone call on the other end of the line and be able to work with you. So many of these national brands have these automated systems. They're very tricky. You just want to talk to someone and you end up being on hold for 30 minutes and they're bouncing you around to all these different dispatch centers, and then ultimately you just get frustrated and give up and just quit the whole pursuit altogether. That's why it's really important that you do your research on the company. Investigate, are they a local company? How long have they been in the area? Are they committed to being in Texas long term? Now, some of these folks may be very honest with you and know that information or not know that information, and others will probably just say whatever they think you want to hear just to get your signature on the line. So it's very key that you do your research, go online, get multiple proposals. I tell my customers that as well. I always encourage customers to get other proposals, talk to other companies, if nothing else, so that you can understand what the different experience is going to be working with that solar company, not just throughout the installation process, but also after, when it comes time for warranty work, or when it comes time for you to ask additional questions, things that you maybe didn't think of at the time that you were installing solar. If these companies aren't committed to you and they don't see it as a long-term relationship, that really should be a red flag. All right, folks, that's just about it for today. I wanted to just give you a quick kind of overview of what I'm seeing in the market and all of the calls that I've been getting from customers. Really, I have amazing feedback from customers, and thank you so much for those of you that have reached out to us, that continue to encourage us to produce these videos, because we really are intent on helping people. We want people to get the full benefits of solar, but then not waste their precious resources by overbuying or underbuying, or even committing to a solar installation system if it's just not right for them. You can definitely reach out to us. We're more than happy to look at your energy goals and kind of your current situation and give you a fair appraisal of whether or not solar makes sense for you. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate you reaching out, and God bless.